Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So today I want to talk about the second part of what the Divine Feminine goes through. I'm doing a 4-part series. We've done part 1, this is part 2. And part 2 is all about alchemizing the energy, is all about bringing the energy back to a neutral state. Early on in the journey, as soon as separation happens, you go into that polarity of the runner-chaser, of the push and pull energy. Wherever you're in that energy, you cannot bring in a union. You cannot start to get into that Zen state and Satori. You will be in that painful, and the mind and ego will be going 10 to the dozen. So the key now is to stop the runner-chaser energy, because wherever you are chasing, if we think of this as the soul and the one system, if you look, if this side is the Divine Feminine, when Divine Feminine pushes, guess what Divine Masculine does? Runs away, moves away. It's one energetic system. So the only way to stop the runner-chaser is to neutralize the energy. How do you neutralize the energy? Well, you neutralize it by starting to alchemize. And I often talk about alchemizing the energy. And, you may have read The Alchemist over the years. Well, now you're no longer reading The Alchemist. You are becoming the alchemist. And this journey is very much about self-mastering your emotions and self-mastering your spiritual journey. All the bodies get activated on this journey. So the mental, the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, the light body, everything gets activated, and it all starts to dissipate and evolve and transform all at once. It's very difficult for the Divine Feminine to try and understand what is going on and also to move through. One of the things that does happen is those big oscillations. Those big oscillations feel like massive emotions rumbling through your system. At this point, this is when you start to alchemize. And in Awaken to Consciousness today, which is part of, you can get access through my Twin Flame course to it. And I was talking because people were asking me questions about the journey, and, some were struggling on the journey. And I was saying, I had a client and they felt these big oscillations. And at that point, they wanted to check in with their twin flame. They wanted to reach out, but they'd listened to me and they knew that they needed to alchemize it. They knew that they needed to keep in a very neutral, central state. And, once that energy is activated and those oscillations are rising, it can feel like you've got a tornado passing through you, and you can feel completely chaotic and all over the place. At this point, you need to remain in your own frequency, in your own energy, in a very centered state. This is why getting out in nature is really beautiful, bringing the energy back to you, using breath, using meditation, and knowing that, yes, you're on this journey. But being in a chaotic push energy, reaching out just to check in, is not the way to go. The energy is about you self-mastering your energy, you alchemizing those big emotions. And if we think, the alchemist, what was the alchemist? The alchemist transformed heavy metals into gold. You are transforming fear into love. And so the fear of being alone, the fear of abandonment, the fear of loss, the fear of not being good enough, the fear and needing validation, you are transforming that into your own self-love, into your own power, into your own sovereignty. And you do that by observing what is rising in you, knowing that you are not the mind and ego. You're not even the body. Who you truly are through every lifetime is the soul. And so you observe and go, okay, the mind is showing me this. The mind is showing me mass sadness at the moment. okay, I'm just going to watch that sadness. I'm going to observe the sadness that is rising in me, but know that I am not sad. I am whole, I am complete, and I am love. But I'm going to look, I'm not going to just completely diss it. I'm going to observe why that sadness. Why am I being shown that sadness? And maybe it's because you feel alone. And at that point, it's about going, okay, where can I fill my own cup up? Where can I stop abandoning myself? What can I do so I don't feel alone? What can I do? What can I create in my life so I feel lit up and I feel full of my own love and my own abundance? And so we start to learn and self-master over time how to balance that energy. Now, divine masculine, once he starts to feel, or they start to feel your energy more central and more balanced and more focused on you, it can cause them to peacock, what I call peacock the energy. And they sometimes can do it just energetically. Sometimes they will do it in the physical. Sometimes it will be very random. Many times people will go, I'm so confused, Kat. Divine masculine came back in, but just did a funny emoji or asked how I was, and then suddenly disappeared again. Didn't even I said, yeah, I'm cool, and then never even responded. What is that even about? And this is because it is the energy, what you feel, they feel, but in a different way. And it's almost like they're being magnetized in to connect in, to feel, to then move away again. And so at this point, it's about you staying central. It's about you not getting into mind and ego and going, why did they do this? What does it mean? Forget all that. That is really toxic to the journey. What you need to do at that point is check in with yourself and go, okay, am I in mind and ego? Am I in questioning? Am I rerunning the story over? Or am I just bringing the energy back to you? Now, you may want to reach out. You may feel that, yeah, I'll just say, yeah, I'm cool. But always check, are you in mind and ego or are you in soul? Soul, you will not feel much emotion. Soul, you'll just respond in a flowy way. Whereas mind and ego, you'll debate it. You'll think, is it the right thing to do? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? This journey is about you self-mastering, about you starting to learn how to alchemize the energy. Remember, divine feminine, you're the leading twin in this. Divine masculine cannot do this part. You alchemize for both of you. You're alchemizing for that third energetic field as well. Now, one last note that everybody always asks me about is, sometimes I'll feel their energy early on in the morning or late at night, and I feel that, they're coming in and wanting to lay with, I can even feel that they're laying with me or, touching my face. At this point, it's about you alchemizing the energy. How do you feel? If it's putting you into that push-pull energy, wanting, needing, desiring, those are lower energies. This journey is not about that. And people often go, well, what's wrong with desire? This journey is about an awakening, the awakening and the one soul, the dance of the one soul. I do not desire my left eye more than my right eye. I do not desire my right nostril to my left nostril, my left hand to my right hand. They're me. And remember, you are one soul. You're one energetic system. So if you're feeling that energy, it's toxic energy. You still need to alchemize and balance the energy. If you need more help and support on balancing, on alchemizing, of really starting to bring that energy into a neutral state, my Twin Flame course is there. My one-to-one coaching is there. I'm there to help and support you. Nobody should stay in pain on this journey. This journey is a gift, but only when you start to alchemize that shared energetic field and you, divine feminine, start to reclaim your power. I send you much love. Click down in the description for more help and more support. Much love.